Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Olubengar. If you've not done yet, please do subscribe to my channel. It's free and hit the notification button. So, today is the part 1 series of how to make music, how to produce a song. But before we actually go into the digital audio workstation, there's some couple of things we need to understand, like understanding key signature and time signature. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, a time signature is the number of beats in a bar. So this is a whole note. So this is a whole note, which means this is 1. How do you divide 1 into 2? You get half, right? Okay, you get half. So you get this bit. You get this bit, which is 1 over 2. Dividing this half into 2, you get quarter. You get quarter notes. Here as well, you get quarter notes. This needs to be painted. Okay, so you get quarter notes. So let's go back to red, which is 1 over 4. Breaking quarter notes into 2, what do you get? You get 8 notes. You get 8 notes. One over 8. And that's how you keep going, you keep going, you keep going. Okay, so now from the 8 notes, when you divide 8 notes into 2, you get 16th. 16th notes. Let's ask ourselves, how do we apply this in producing music? Minimize this and go to Pro Tools. Okay, as you can see here in Pro Tools, the half note is being selected. So this bar from here to here is a whole note. But if you look closely, you can see a line in between. It's been divided into 2, which means this is half here and half here. So this half plus this half makes a whole note. Makes what? A whole note. So let's come down to the quarter. So now we see the lines in between. If we count now, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 4 of these quarter notes makes up a whole note. So let's go furthermore into the 8th note. So now we see this is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so that's getting more interesting because you need to understand this when making beats. So it goes on and on. 16 notes when you count the spaces there, the 16, 32, 64. So now let's go back to half notes. Okay, before we go back to half note, let me show you whole notes. There are no lines in between these whole notes. This is the typical representation in your digital audio workstation. I'm using Pro Tools 11, by the way. So now let's go back to the paperwork and talk about some few things. So there's another thing I need you guys to understand, which is the representation of your timing. So now we have 4 over 4. Okay, this is 4 over 4. What does this mean? This number represents the number of beats you have in a bar, and also represents the type of beats in the bar. Okay, let me break it down. This number of beats in a bar. This represents type of beats. Let's just say type of notes. Type of notes played in the bar. So now, this is where this gets interesting. So we're talking about number of beats in a bar and type of notes played in the bar. So what does this really mean to you? How many beats do we have in the bar? The beats we're talking about here is from the first example, type of beats. So I rather name this beats slash note. Okay, so this breakdown here is the note. Let's call it beats so you understand what I'm talking about. This is the beats. So we add 4 there, which means 1 over 4. So when you say 4 over 4, the 4 on top means the number of this 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 in one bar. Let's create a new example now. We have 4, 4 here. So this is a bar. This here is a bar. As you can see, we've got 2 bars here. So here, 1 bar. Here, 2 bar. We're talking about 4 of this note value in 1 bar. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You could as well do this. You're correct. 2 8 notes makes up 1 quarter note. So 4 over 4. This is 1 quarter note like this. This is another 1 quarter note because this is 8 notes. This is 16th note. So this note is half note. We have 2 quarter notes in 1 half note. My bar is complete. You see that? Here we have 2 of this. That makes up 1 of this. Let's do it this way. Remember, this note is what? 1 over 2. This note is 1 over 4. 1 over 8. This note is 1 over 16. Okay, guys. So this is it. So now let's go into the DAW. Create the kick. So this is A1, my kick. Now the hi-hats. Let's create another. Shift Command N, hold down your command and arrow down till you get to MIDI. Press return key. So where is our snare? Number 2, A2. So now let's go to the output, go to structure free and choose channel 2. So then we get our snare. Okay, let's go back to the view. Can you see the kick? 1, 2, 3, 4. And the art? 1, 2, 3, 4. It plays. Hi-hat is playing on the 2nd beat and the 4th beat. The snare is playing in between each beat, in between. So to make this easier on our eyes, let's change this to 8 notes. Okay, let's duplicate these. Hold down your option key. And there's something I want to explain here. So let's go back to a whole beat. Okay, so when we talked about 4 quarter notes in 1 bar, this is what it means. This is 1 bar here. So we have 4 quarter notes. See, 1, 2, 3, 4 quarter note in 1 bar. This is 2nd bar, this is the 3rd bar, and this is the 4th bar. And as you can see, the bars has been numbered by the DAW. You see 1, you see 2 here, you see 3 here, and you see 4 here. So that's how it works, guys. So what I want to do is turn off my metronome so we can actually have a listen to the beat itself. It's just something simple to explain the time signature and the software DAW you use, how it works in relationship with each other. So just have a listen, guys. Now, since we know how time signature works in relationship with our DAW, so now let's try do something a little different, but still simple. So let's have this quantized, 16th notes, the option key and 0, and apply the quantization. Okay, that's good. So now let's record the hi-hats and let's hit the record button, guys. Okay, so quantize the hi-hat using 16th notes. So I want to add one more MIDI because we've got a clap here, which is A3. So go to the output and A channel 3. So name this one snare and this clap. Sorry for the abbreviation. Let's record this. Okay, so option 0, hit the apply button, quantize, and I don't want this here. So let's play the music again. No, I don't like that. Let's do something different, much more rhythmic. Okay, let's go. That one sounds a little bit more rhythmic. Quantize, option 0. So I want this beat at the beginning as well. Okay, let's have a listen again. Okay guys, this is the end of the part 1 series, time signature. So in the part 2 series, key signature, we're going to be talking about chords and melodies, how to apply those things into your music production. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and please stay tuned to my channel. Peace.